Welcome to my boring opinion.
Okay, I'm back again. In this video, I'm going to talk about the problem with anti-Trump people. And, well, actually more than one problem. Maybe I should call it the problems with anti-Trump people. Anyways, okay, these people, they don't really do any real fact-checking. They don't really do any real research. And it is incredibly amazing how close-minded they are and what a double standard they have. I mean, they only know one side of the issue concerning Trump, and they think that they are well informed, and they call people who know the issues, who have positive stuff to say about Trump, they call them biased and brainwashed or whatever, and they don't even want to check out the evidence that exposes the fake news. They won't even take a look at it. I mean, I have taken a look at both sides of the issue. Whenever I hear something negative about Trump, I look at both sides. Sometimes their own video footage exposes their own lie and bias. I once seen a video about 6-7 months ago called Trump made up a fake terrorist attack in Sweden, or it says something to that effect. In the video footage, Trump says last night in Sweden, in the context of talking about Sweden's immigration problem. He never said the words terrorist attack. He never said the word terrorist. And yet, the phrase last night in Sweden somehow implies that there was a terrorist attack, and it means that Trump must have made up a fake terrorist attack in Sweden, because there was no terrorist attack in Sweden. What's he talking about? And anti-Trump people believe that Trump made up a fake terrorist attack, even though the video footage that's supposed to prove it, it actually proves that he didn't. It's actually the people who uploaded that video were anti-Trump people. I mean, you've got problems when your own videos debunks your claims. Yeah, you've got problems with your own videos. Your footage debunks and your claims and exposes your bias. I mean, and there's other issues. Was it about a year ago? Maybe a little bit, maybe a year or so ago, a little bit longer. Trump made a suggestion that the election could be rigged. I believe he got a little bit of backlash and criticism for that. And Obama gave a speech, told Trump to stop whining, and said that there's no evidence that there's ever been any rigged election or any interference at all from the outsider. And then, saying people who criticized Trump for suggesting a rigged election turn around and blame the Russians for Trump's victory. And they dare call us biased? People who do look at all the facts? When they only look at the negative side of the story, they won't even look at the positive side of the story. They won't even take a look at it. I mean, sometimes you gotta watch stuff that you know is nonsense, just to prove your point. I mean, I do that all the time. I watch that video footage to see what they're gonna say, even though I know that it's nonsense. I hear them out. I let them explain. Maybe when I watch those videos, I might learn a new perspective. These people don't want a new perspective. They only know one perspective, the negative side of Trump. Oh well, his words should prove who he is. I hear what he says. Yeah, what he said and what he means are two different things. You hear what he says, the fake news media is telling you what it means. The fake news media says it means something negative. And you don't even want to look at the positive side of the story, a positive explanation, and give Trump the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe he didn't mean it the way that the media makes it sound like he meant it. And they dare call Trump supporters biased and uninformed, when they're the ones who are uninformed. If they got their facts straight, they probably half of them will probably convert to Trump supporters, or at least realize that that they might agree with a lot of what he says, but it's not really that bad. And matter of fact, I talked to one guy, a relative who was anti-Trump, who's clearly stated to me that, I asked him a question that if an average Joe citizen did say something that Trump did about say the NFL, would it be okay? And he said yes. He said that's different. It's like, so if an average Joe citizen does it, it's okay. If Trump does it, the same thing, oh, it's wrong. It's somehow immoral. Now, I believe that if it's wrong for the President of the United States to do, it's wrong for everybody else to do it too. Just try to explain. He doesn't even understand his own ignorance. He doesn't understand that. And he called me, and he dares to call me biased. It doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense. He doesn't even have all his facts straight. And he has this wrong view of the national anthem too, and what that's supposed to stand for. It doesn't have his facts straight on that either. Let's see if this video's getting long. What else? Yeah, just anti-Trump people are very biased. When you only listen to one side of the issue, the negative side of the argument, and you don't want nothing to do with the positive side of the story, you are the one that's biased. Not Trump supporters, you are. So, you have no right calling Trump supporters biased when you won't even look at anything positive about Trump. You say you won't even look at our evidence. There's all kinds of footage on YouTube that exposes the fake news for what they are. They won't even look at it. They automatically dismiss it because it's from a Trump supporter, because it's positive, as if that somehow makes that somehow disqualifies it from being the truth or something. And then they believe that this claim that Trump is a liar, a chronic liar, and always has been. And even though you didn't really hear about lying, con-man, racist, sexist, bigot Trump before he was a presidential candidate. You didn't hear about that. Before Trump ran for president, he's probably just a billionaire citizen that nobody cared much about. They knew kind of who he is. He was famous. And nobody really thought, whatever, he can probably voice his opinion and whatever. But that's something else. that doesn't make sense. Over a year ago, in 2016, a bunch of celebrities came out and said, concerning the kneeling, said that the kneeling was wrong, that they was against the kneeling. That was accepted as their opinion. Anti-Trump people wants Trump to come out and specify that his view on the NFL, the kneeling was wrong, was only his opinion, and it should have been implied. Um, when it should have been implied he's expressing his opinion, his belief. Excuse me. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Not to mention all these celebrities making death threats against Trump. Nobody said anything about the Snoop Dogg music videos, the which features Trump's assassination, well, a clown version of Trump's assassination. That played in the park in New York City, which features Trump's assassination. Johnny Depp, who made a joke implying Trump's assassination. Kathy Griffin. I mean, all these people got free passes on inciting violence. Well, a CNN video, well, a wrestling video, Trump wrestling a CNN logo, well, body slamming or whatever, they called that inciting violence against CNN reporters. Now, it's been over 3 months since that video was released. I haven't heard about any CNN reports that got attacked by Trump supporters. So much for their inciting violence claim, which they've already proven that they don't really care anything about anyways. Because a few other people got free passes on that. And that's it for this video. Bye.
This has been my boring opinion.
Feel free to support me on Patreon. The link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and like and thumbs up and like my videos. Thank you.